Hey, Kate here of Wild Sacred Journey with another creature comfort video. These are videos to inspire, awaken, give context and comfort to our creature selves on this journey of realizing that trying to live like a machine is just gonna kill us and returning to a more animist and ancestral worldview and way of being with ourselves and the world around us, like living as creatures, not machines. So this is just a really quick video in honor of the Spring Equinox and this sort of balance point between the light, the peak of the light and the peak of the dark, right? So between the two solstices. So just the other day, it was kind of occurring to me that in many ways, spring is kind of like the 5 card in the tarot. So if you are familiar at all with tarot, the numbers in each of the suit cards kind of have their own, they follow their own journey. Each of the suits is kind of a journey with a particular element and a particular aspect of being human. And so the 5s are kind of often considered a conflict card, a card of upheaval, but they're the card that comes after the 4s. And the 4s are, kind of like 2 through 4 are about balance, but they're about balance that becomes increasingly stable, like to the point where by the time you get to 4, the balance is so stable, it's almost stagnant. So the 4 card, is a little bit of, like all of them, they kind of have their double sides, right? Their double edges. There's no inherent goodness or inherent badness, but just different aspects of the journey. So winter in many ways is kind of that 4 energy, right? It's all about rest. It's about slowing down. It's the balance that can almost become stagnant. Life is dormant, life is hibernating, and death is kind of the ruler, right, of the land at this time. And we see that in the myths. So how do you get out of that, right? You could just continue plodding along, or there's some kind of spark that comes in and shakes everything up, right? And so spring kind of has that energy. If you're working with the tropical zodiac calendar, we're about to enter Aries season. That happens right around the equinox. And that's a shift into that sort of instigating spark if you're working with that archetype. So there's a lot of different meaning-making tools that we have that tell us that kind of after stagnation, we need something to kind of get us moving again, to bring life back again. And it's not going to feel comfortable. That's the other thing that all of these, whether it's myths, whether it's astrology, whether it's, just watching and following the natural seasons and observing the natural world. One of the things that all of these pieces tell us, the tarot, right, is that it's not going to be comfortable, the thing that shakes us out of that kind of stagnant stupor, right, that shakes us out of that stability. It's actually probably going to feel or look like conflict, like upheaval, like upendedness, like disruption. And eclipse season too can kind of teach us. I have another video that talks about, the disorientation of eclipse season and how there are times in our lives where we're meant to be disoriented. There are times in our lives where we are meant to not be able to operate as usual, right? And that's part of what that energy is, which is also a bit of a trickster energy, right? It's kind of like, it's just not going to let us settle. So yeah, wherever you look right now, that's kind of the energy that we're in. And it's okay that that's disorienting. It's okay that that's not uncomfortable. Those are normal, proper responses. And there's a fruitfulness to this moment, to these moments. There can be, if we work with it in a good way. If we don't just let the disruption kind of destabilize us further, have us falling prey to more outside energies that want to, and entities and systems and beings that want to, prey on our disorientation and our sense of feeling maybe lost, or confused, right? And they want to sell us all these solutions, that probably benefit them more than benefit aliveness, more than benefit our own humanity, more than benefit our own hearts, right? So we don't want to fall for those. We want to make sure, that we can work with these destabilizing times in a way that does forward our humanity, in a way that does forward our connection to spirit, in a way that does forward aliveness. And yeah, so I offer that piece because I think it's something to really hold on to in these times, that there is nothing going wrong, and that it's a question of how we work with the opportunity of these times. And if you're not sure where to turn with that, if that really resonates with you, I do have a workshop coming up, Grounding the Charge. This is not a sale to prey on your sense of confusion. This is a sale to hopefully support you in the confusion, because I'm not promising to solve your confusion or your disorientation or just the overwhelm of these times. What I am offering are tools and skills, to help you stay centered and oriented somehow within it, so that we can use these opportunities for what they are, which is the evolution of aliveness. So yeah, I'm teaming up with Oracle Fest. They'll be hosting me for this workshop, and it is happening on Spring Equinox. So if this speaks to you, love to see you there live. You can find the link in the usual place. And even if it doesn't feel like a call to join us for that, I hope that this kind of offers you some framing for this moment in time, both in terms of the season and in terms of kind of what's happening in the world right now. And man, be so kind to yourself, and let yourself be changed by it, though. Yeah. The one thing we can do wrong when things are disorienting is refuse to be changed by them. That's the one piece that can really throw everything off. So let spring rile you up, right? That whole idea of the seed, for a seed to grow, first it looks like destruction, right? We're here. See you next time.